Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. Well, it's 12:09 and the Filip Hrgovic David Adeleye fight is now in the bag. It did not disappoint. An exciting fight from the get-go. My takeaways. Hrgovic performed the best I think I've ever seen Hrgovic perform. Clearly, training counts. Abel Sanchez and training in the Big Bear Mountains absolutely helped. Hrgovic did not gas out. He threw 466 punches. He would have thrown a few more. This is what the punch stats showed in the beginning of the last round, of which he'd landed 210. Compare and contrast to David Adeleye, who threw 216 and landed 81. An absolute beating was laid upon David Adeleye, and the scoring shows it. One judge had it 98-91. The other two judges had it 99-90. The second round was David Adelaye's best round. He caused a cut to open over Hrgovic's eye, which was hideous looking. And at the beginning of that was in the second round. Beginning of the third round, the doctor took a look, and I was worried about a medical stoppage. But the cut people in the corner, Abel Sanchez's team, did a fabulous job because really and truly the cut was not an issue for the rest of the fight. What I saw was Hrgovic was beating Adeleye like a piñata. However, absolute maximal credit to David Adeleye, who was brave beyond where he probably should have been brave, to be honest. In fact, Andy Lee, who was periodically asked for his opinions by the cheerleaders from DAZN, said that if it was his fighter, he'd be looking at the towel, because there's only so much you want your fighter to take, by the way of a beating, right? Like if your fighter is simply not going to be able to prevail, why leave your fighter in there just to get the punching bag experience? Having said that, the 8th round, where, honestly, I had it pretty much a clean sweep, except for possibly the second round, was one of the most exciting heavyweight rounds you're going to see. Hrgovic dropped Adeleye, and I was thinking, well, this is probably all over. Well, Adeleye came back and unloaded punch after punch after punch on Hrgovic, who was stunned but didn't go down. He ate everything Adeleye threw at him. Adeleye essentially was out on his feet through exhaustion, and Hrgovic was essentially out on his feet through concussive blows. Hrgovic iron-chinned, did not go down, and great round, absolute great round. Came back himself to deliver more of a beating on Adeleye. 9th and 10th were more of the same. Hrgovic just almost hitting Adeleye at will, but Adeleye not giving up. Kept swinging right to the end. Can't take anything away from him. Hrgovic showed a qualitative difference and showed iron chin. Showed a level of fitness that I don't think I've seen from him before. So these are all very, very positive things for Hrgovic, who I think he's rated number 6 or so. I think, Hrgovic has shown a lot. But so did Adeleye. Adeleye, I think, has found his level. He might learn from this experience, but he's shown his level, but he showed great guts and heart, and he performed way better than he performed against Jamie TKV. Against Jamie TKV, he seemed somewhat lackluster until the very end, where against Hrgovic, he was great. Like he was great, but he was outclassed. He was you know, you can't fault the man. He just wasn't good enough. And Hrgovic was just peppering him. Again, if you listen to the commentary, you will think it's much, much closer than it was, because they were obviously cheerleading for David Adeleye. But he's going to be sore tomorrow. He's going to need a lot of ice packs, and he's learned something. I'm not sure what he's learned, but he's probably learned where his level is. Filip Hrgovic, to those who are Hrgovic fans, he just delivered in spades. An exciting fight, might well be the best fight of the night. We're going to find out, aren't we? Okay, folks, that's all for the moment. See you on the next one.